and you're welcome to Speak to the Counsellor, just on Royal TV, the new vision of Africa. Of course, we have a whole lot in store for you, and today we'll be talking about something really important. I went all around Boya, I searched, I looked, I went so deep, and I have a guest for you. We had an exclusive interview with her, which you will be watching and you'll enjoy every part of it. But before we get to that interview, let's get on a short breather, and when we get back, we'll dive into the topic.
Speak to the Counsellor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the Counsellor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative.
Of course, it's Speak to the Counsellor o'clock, where we get to counsel you or have therapy right at the comfort of your screen. There's a whole lot we have today for you. The topic we'll be talking today is navigating yourself in the midst of chaos. At the beginning of the month of March, we started off with talking about women, how we can empower women. We went on to finding yourself, finding your purpose. I think this is 2 weeks now. We've been talking about finding your purpose with Miss L, and I've heard testimonies. People have gotten to me. Someone got to me one time and she was like, please, I need the number of this counselor. She said a lot of things that touched me. So I believe after now, some people have found themselves, and you know your purpose, because it's important you work in line with your purpose. So today, after finding your purpose, we are now moving on to the next part, which is the topic of today: navigating yourself in the midst of chaos, or better still, navigating yourself in chaos. Navigating yourself in chaos, navigating yourself in the midst of chaos. What does it mean? Our guest for today is Guti Stella. She'll be telling us a whole lot. We had an exclusive interview a few days ago, and she said a lot about the topic. But before we get on to that particular part where she digested the topic, I want to give a few points. What is chaos? Chaos is that part where you cannot wrap your hands around it. I will give my own definition. Chaos is that time where you feel like things are not working as planned. Things are not working in line to the way you want it to work. Things are not doing the way it ought to work. So that's chaos. Anything that is not good can be chaotic. Yeah, it can be chaotic in your life. So that's chaos. Navigating is simply trying to find those parts. I guess we'll digest the topic better off. But there's some points I paint down to share with us. The first thing, in order for you to navigate your chaos or navigate chaos in your life, that's get out of chaos in your life, is acknowledging that you are going through a phase. The absence of acknowledgement makes you to feel like, okay, we can continue, makes you cry, makes you want to do a lot of things. So you have to start off by acknowledging the fact that I'm going through a phase in my life, yes, and I will come out of it. It's okay to say I'm going through this thing in my life, and very soon I'm going to get out of it. So first of all, start by acknowledging yourself. Recognize that chaos are natural. There's nobody that can say you don't have a phase in your life where you feel like the whole world is pounding on you and the whole world is breaking you down. Nobody. It's okay to go through things in life that you cannot comprehend or you cannot explain. Better say something. But it's not okay when you let it drown you. So it's very important you know how to navigate out of chaos and navigate out of the aspect of, I want to get out of this thing. Sometimes I tell myself that any problem I cannot solve, I cannot come and kill myself. So I leave it. Anything you cannot do, I always say this and I will keep on saying it. Know that you die now. Now like this you die. Another person will replace you. You see that problem, it will solve itself. That thing that they are putting on your head, the chaos that is coming to your head as if you die, like there's no tomorrow. If you sleep now, like you know, wake up, you die. that problem will solve itself. Definitely, it will definitely solve itself. So it's important that you acknowledge that you go through this phase, and from acknowledgement, then you start finding possible solutions to help you navigate it or get out of it. The second one is ground yourself mentally. Practice mindful and deep breathing to stay present. You know, breathing helps to relieve your stress. There are sometimes, even when you're nervous, you want to talk to a group of people, you're really nervous, breathing will help you. For me, breathing has helped, but I have my own things that have helped me, and that I'll not share with you. Shall I share? Okay. I always, whenever I want to get on stage and I know that the crowd is more than me, I just simply get on the stage and I assume everybody's Apple, and I know Apple cannot trample on me, so I simply do whatever I want to do. That's my own way. But for breathing aspect, it helps a lot. It relieves a lot, especially when you're angry. It's good to walk away and take a deep breath for a few seconds and breathe in and out. Can we try it? Breathe in, out. Can we do it again? Breathe in, out. Good. It's important you practice those tips. It's going to help you a lot to be able to walk away from it and to be able to keep your mind focused on the present and how to grasp solution in that chaos. The next thing is talk about it. I guess we really explain talk about it better, because she said a lot of things on how you can talk about it. Please don't discuss your chaotic situation to people who will not give you solution, or people who will not help you get out of it. I will repeat it again. Don't discuss your chaotic situation with people who will not help you get out of it or bring you solution. Don't. There are some people, you say something to them, they instead worsen the situation. So know the particular people that can help you get out of a particular phase. You're going through a situation at your workplace and you don't know how to navigate it, or know how to really get out of it or focus on your work. Know the people you talk to. There are some friends you talk to, they will bring down your self-esteem. There are some friends you talk to, they will make you feel less of yourself. So know the caliber of the people you want to share those things with. There are some people you talk to, they will instead make you feel like that's it, I'm small thing, I office do. Know the people you talk with. Weigh them, put them on a kilo, and say, okay, if I say this thing to this person, even if the person might not have money to give me to solve the problem, there's a level of compassion, there's a level of words that will come from the person, and that will also calm me down, calm my nerves down. Know the people you talk with. Not everybody is there to help you. Not humans will become human. No matter how you do it, we will become humans. So not everybody will help you get out of it. Not everybody will bring solutions to it. But know this for sure, that if you know that this person can help you get out of this solution, talk to the person. If you know that this person cannot, leave it. Better look for someone that can help you better off, get out of the solution. Another part is take intentional steps. It's okay to take baby steps. It's okay to take it bit by bit, like one step after the other, one step after the other. Don't be in a haste to get out of chaotic situation. Don't be in a haste to walk out of it. Don't be in a haste to find solution. Don't. Take those steps gradually. It's okay to wake up in the morning and let's say you're trending online for something that is not good, for something you've been keeping, something that just burst in the internet, and you're looking for a way to get out of it. It's okay to take a deep breath, get out of the media and stay on your own. You must not go and set up a camera and start lashing out and talking to people and telling them, no, you are not nice, this is a calling people. You're putting yourself in a deep situation that tomorrow you will not be able to get out of it. So it's okay to take baby steps. It's okay to breathe in. It's okay to get out of the media and stay for a week. It's okay to get out of the situation and stay quiet without no solution, without no answers to the problem for a week. It's fine. Yes, you're going through this thing, but it's okay to walk away for a moment and then you sit back and find out possible situations. See The best way to have solutions that can help you in situations you cannot handle is when you look back, you sit quiet, and you are calm. When you take solutions, or maybe possible solutions, in a chaotic moment, when you're angry, when you're lashing out, when you're raging, your whole temperament is up, you will not have the best solution. So it's good that you stay calm, you get solution, you take a deep breath, you meditate a lot, and you pray. Prayer helps her. It helps you get out of solutions like that. Sometimes somebody might not jump from heaven and just come and give you the possible solutions you have, but it relieves a lot. So it's an advice. Take that deep breath, take that baby step, and remain calm. It's okay to take small steps. It's okay to be intentional about those steps. It's not okay to take small steps and don't be intentional. But it's okay to take small steps and be intentional about those small steps. I know that you're going through a lot. I know that the world is crashing on you. I know that the world is pounding on you. I know that what you're going through at the moment, it's not what you can take, but you can get out of it. You can navigate it, and you can become a better version of yourself. And I hope you've taken note of these 5 points. Let's get on a short break. When we get back, I'll give the other 5 points I penned down, and then we are going to have our guest for the day.
Speak to the Counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the Counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution. Speak to the Counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions.
Yes, if you're just tuning in, this is Speak to the Counselor just on Royal TV. We are the new vision of Africa. A whole lot we have in store for you. This is where you get therapy. This is where you get counsel. And this is where you are in a safe space. Trust me. You're in a safe space where you can breathe in, you can listen, and you can cry out. And when you cry out, we are here to listen to you. There's a whole lot of counselors that are here to help your mental health, to help your life, and to help you move to another stage in life. We're talking about the topic, navigating yourself in the midst of chaos. Navigating yourself in the midst of chaos. And a whole lot we've been talking about. Take intentional steps. We've been talking about talk it out. We've been talking about acknowledge that there is a chaos in your life. And now I want to say set boundaries. Set healthy boundaries. Yeah, set healthy boundaries. I'll not talk more about it because our guest has a lot to say about that one. Build resilience. See, let me tell us something. Whenever you go through a phase in life, know that God is helping you to become resilient in that particular thing. I'll take it again. Whenever you're going through a phase in life, know that God is helping you become a resilient person. Those who are resilient, I'm telling you for free. You see them get through worse situation in life and they just walk away from it. They just walk through it. They just say, because Jesus lived, I can face tomorrow. There's just this way they navigate everything. So you can navigate your own chaotic situation and know that everything you go through, or some certain things you go through in life, is to build you, become a resilient lady. become that lady where you go through worse things. But when they come, when the storms come, you just look at it and you're like, oh my God, I went through worse things before. This is just a little. This one will pass. Same way the first one passed, this one will pass. So navigating yourself in the midst of chaos. Set healthy boundaries. I guess we explain how to set healthy boundaries. Build resilience. Learn how to lean on support. There are some people that they don't want help. Please, it's okay for people to help you. It's okay for people to hold your hand. You know that you cannot do it alone. You know. Listen to me now. You know you cannot handle it alone. You know you cannot get out of it alone. Why struggling to solve it alone? Yes, you're going through a phase. Yes, you're going through a chaotic situation. Speak to somebody that can just listen to you. You're with your husband in the house, but you cannot simply tell him, babe, I'm going through this phase. You're with your sister. You cannot sit them down and say, this is what is happening to me. You're with your parents in the house, but you cannot open up to them. If you cannot, look for somebody that can listen to you. If you cannot do all of these things, please get a journal. That can be a good way of helping you out and of helping your mental health. So it's good you lean on someone for support. It's okay for people to support you. It's okay for people to help you work. It's okay for people to hold your hands. So there's no bad thing there. Let people help you. Embrace adaptability. When you go out, you explain yourself to people. Accept that, okay, I want to adapt to this system, because most times we talk to people for help and you have structured how your answer should be given to you. You say, okay, this person has to give this answer, and if the person turns out not to give the answer, it becomes a problem. Have a spirit that will make you be adaptable. Like you want to adapt to the things around you. You want to adapt to the situation around you. You want to adapt to the advice given to you. It's important. There's a lot I want to say, but right now we want to get our guests. Nguti Stella, we went all the way, traveled far, and had an exclusive interview with her. And she's a mental health coach. A lot you'll see in the video that is coming up to you now. Enjoy every part of it, and please pick up a pen, pick up a journal, and learn from her. She's a mental health expert. There are testimonies we've heard from her, and we talked with her about how you can get this therapy at the comfort of your screen. Let's go and get Nguti Stella and hear what she has to say.
Question, raise concern, and propose solution.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to Speak to the Counselor just on Royal TV with me here. I'm with a very beautiful lady. She's beautiful. Not just outwardly, she's beautiful. Inwardly, she's beautiful. Mentally, she's beautiful. The league goes on. It goes on and on. Her name is Miss Nguti Stella. She's the executive director of Diba Holistic Wellness Care. She's here with us to talk with us about something intriguing and interesting. Good morning.
Good morning, Ma'am Lima. Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm excellent.
You look like say strengthened, or let me use the word, you look agile. Yeah. This morning.
Thank you.
All right, we are talking about the topic navigating yourself in the midst of chaos. This month is a month after the Women's Day. We've been talking a lot about women, which is 8th of March, and we've been focused on women. Yeah. But afterwards, we decided to get into the aspect of people finding themselves, finding purpose, finding what their work is, finding what God has called them to do on planet Earth. So that's why the topic navigating yourself in the midst of chaos came about. Okay. So the first question I want to ask on this topic is, how do you stay calm when everything around you feels chaotic?
That's a very thoughtful question, firstly. Calm is not the absence of chaos. I think that, let me just say that. Calm is not the absence of chaos. Calm is being able to find regulated presence in the midst of chaos. Because just like the Bible tells us, right, let not your heart be troubled, because in this world there will be a lot of problems, but be still and know that He has given us all the provision. So what does that tell us? Calm is not the absence of chaos. Calm is your ability to find regulation and a regulated presence in the midst of chaos. So how do you do that? The first thing you need to do is first recognize that life would always come with seasons and chaos. And to navigate it, you need to go and find balance. And how do you find balance? You have to name what you're feeling. Am I feeling overwhelmed? Am I stressed? Am I bitter? Am I disappointed? Am I angry? You can't find calm when you haven't named what you're feeling. So when you name what you're feeling, you can tame it. How do you tame it? You could talk to someone about how you're feeling. That's one. You could do breathing exercises. There are tons of breathing exercises that you could do. There is the box breathing, which is the 4-4-4-4. 4-4-4 means the first 4 times or the first 4 seconds you breathe in. The second 4 seconds you hold your breath. The third 4 seconds you breathe out, and the last 4 seconds you hold your breath again. So that's the box breathing exercise. Now there's rhythmic breathing, which is the 6, 7, 8. So you breathe in for 6 seconds, you hold your breath for 7 seconds, and you breathe out for 8 seconds. Would you want to try it?
Yeah, it's really relieving actually. Sometimes I go through some certain things and I don't want to react the way I want to react, or the way I would want to react, like lashing out and everybody feeling that hurt that I feel inside. So what I do is I get into the bath and I say, truth, you can do this. You're more than this. And I'll breathe in. I'll do it like 5 minutes. The 5th time, I'm fine.
And so it's what that does automatically. What regulated breathing does, it calms your nervous system. It brings activated calmness. So those are things you could do. So talk to somebody, do breathing exercises. You could ground yourself. Grounding could look like taking off your shoes and walking on the cold floor, just so that you have interaction with earth. And why is that? Because imagine you come back from a very tired day, and then you take a bath. What happens? It's like all the troubles go down with the water.
Especially when it starts from your head.
Exactly. So those are very simple things that help regulate your body. So regulation is not just internal. It could be external through walking on the cold floor or bathing. So there are different things you could do. But I always recommend doing the things that are within yourself and then having somebody help you do the regulation. So that's how you can find calm. And pray, lastly. If you're a firm believer, I would always recommend that you pray. But most importantly, not just pray as in complain, but pray as in thanksgiving, trusting that God has all the necessary tools that would help you guide and walk through that season. So that's how we navigate.
You just talked about praying, and some people, whenever they go through a chaotic moment, they listen to music a lot. So can music help me get out of it for a few minutes and face the world?
Well, if we're looking at having temporary satisfaction, so what I did was I gave temporary and I gave permanent. Remember, when we're going through chaos, this is what happens. 3 traumatic responses happen. We have the fight, we have the flight, we have the freeze, and the fun. For people going through chaos, they either try to fight it, right? So people fight it, like they try to deny it and reject it, but it keeps coming back. For people who fly, they feel like, okay, no, it's not happening to me. So people are just freezing it. They are just like, okay.
They just see what
they get confused. They can't think straight. They're confused. So how do you unfreeze them? How do you help them stop fighting? How do you help them stop fleeing from it and accepting it? It's saying that, okay, music brings your mind. Essence is first thing you have to bring your mind to the present, which is mindfulness. Mindfulness is, okay, this thing is actually happening. Let's be very specific. You lose someone you love. That's chaos.
Serious chaos.
So let me look at it from the point of a very practical example. Let's say you lose your dad, your mom, or your child, or your marriage, or anything that's very chaotic. Now, when that is done, your mind is, okay, it cannot be me. It can never be me. My father cannot. It's just a dream. So now that sense of it cannot be me is people fighting. The person who just freezes and says nothing, that's a response. So for somebody, for them to accept fully, they need to listen to music. Some need to take a walk, right? So music is very therapeutic. Walks are very therapeutic. Journaling is narrative therapy. So you could journal, but all of those things plus the box breathing are temporary help. Now they help you come into the present, and when you come to the present, what happens to you? You can now accept that for reals, this is happening. Then you move on to naming how you're feeling. Now, when you name how you're feeling, you can tame it. Okay, I'm feeling this way. How does it make me feel? It makes me feel terrible that I had to lose somebody that I really love, and it really hurts me. You see how truth can help you process better.
Tell me.
And so you need to name it and then tame it. And then when you're naming it and taming it, you get to have regulation. And when regulation comes, calm comes with regulation. And then you talk to somebody that can hold space for you and give you the gift of your presence. So
very important. So I would love you to explain the topic, navigating yourself. I think there's a lot of depth in the word navigating yourself in the midst of chaos. Maybe you could explain it before we get to our questions in regards to the topic, so our audience can understand.
The word navigation is mostly used for sailors, right, who are navigating the high seas. We understand that when we talk about people navigating the high seas, it's, what's the word? People going, you know how the sea is very unpredictable, the ocean is very unpredictable. And not just the unpredictability, is the fact that there are seasons where they say, I think sailors like to say this, the ocean smiled at us today, there was sun, there were very soft waves and all of that. Then there are days that is like the ocean is very rude, like the waves are raging. So that's how life is. Life is in seasons. So in navigating yourself in the midst of chaos, life is in times and seasons. Exactly, TV3 says that, there's time for everything. Time for this. So that's what navigation is. So it means in the time of joy, I'm going to navigate that. In the time of chaos, what am I going to do? I'm going to learn to navigate that. It's right. So it's like saying that weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. That's navigation. We all are navigating life through different seasons. So in navigating the chaos of life is saying that goodness is present, but in the seasons where it feels like goodness, mercy, and peace are seeping away, how do you handle yourself? You need to find calm. And that's why I define calm as not the absence of chaos, but your ability to go within to find regulated presence or regulated peace, which means everything don't bat in pigeon, nothing don't spoil. Yet you're like, okay, right now I choose peace even in this chaos. I choose to smile even in this chaos. I choose to believe that there is better after the storm. That is what calm is. It's not denying chaos. It's accepting that there's chaos, but still having regulated peace within that experience.
Yeah. So what's the best way to prioritize tasks when everything seems urgent? Like you're looking around you, everything
cannot be urgent.
There's some seasons in life where you feel like I need to do this. The pressure of life keeps hitting you so strong. So how do you put priorities in that chaos where you feel like I need to do everything at the same time?
Or can we reframe it as when you are putting pressure on
yourself? Yeah, that's the right question. Yeah.
Because when we say life comes with every day, when you wake up every day, you're pressured to some degree. Let's say you are 2 weeks until the finish of your rent. It's pressure. You need to go to work early. It's pressure. So we all have life stresses. However, we have to learn to prioritize. It's like the demand curve, right? When we're doing economics in school, right? There is the scale of preference. Why is the scale of preference? Because everything looks important, but you can't handle everything at a time.
That's true.
So that takes us to this structure that I use to my clients. There is something known as urgent and important. If something is urgent and important, you do it now. You don't procrastinate. You don't push it. If something is important and not urgent, are you seeing what they're doing? I'll take it again. If something is urgent and important, you do it now. If something is important and not urgent, you schedule it. If something is urgent but not important, you delegate it. If something is neither urgent, neither important, you rest.
You sleep.
So I'll take it again so that we follow the schedule. The schedule says if something is urgent and important,
you do it now.
If it is important but not urgent, you schedule. If it is urgent but not important, you delegate to somebody who says, okay, truth, I need this thing done, but I don't have the time to do it. Do you have time to do it? Now, this is on colleague basis, but with me, the people I work with, I'm like, okay, Shama, this is your task for today. Israel, this is what you're doing today. It's fine. So it's the task that I have to do, but since there's a system, I don't have to do it alone. I delegate to the right quarters to ensure that it is done. So if something is urgent but not really important, they do it. So it's not like the task is not important per se, but they're saying within your schedule, it's not as important within your schedule when you look at it vis-a-vis the other things you have to handle. So you delegate that. So if it's neither urgent and neither important, Papa and Mama will rest. So not everything that is loud is important. So we have got to put structure, prioritization with our time is what makes us to think that there are people that have you ever heard people ask that now we all get 24 hours? Yeah. Does it help now? Because when people understand prioritization, especially with your schedule and their time, it feels like they're achieving more and you less. The only reason is they understand scheduling, but more so prioritization.
You know, sometimes people will say, now only the 24 hours
we get from this. So they have understood that if it's urgent and important, I do this. If it's important and not urgent, I do this. If it's neither, I rest. Because for you to be productive enough, you need rest. So rest, productivity is not outcome or output only. Productivity is output plus rest. Why? To bring great output, you need rest so that the body can produce. So productivity is holistic, the output and the rest. So it is doing and being.
Like the holistic wellness care.
Yes, ma'am.
It brings me to the question. If you get to the next question, sorry. If you are in an environment where you are already going through a lot, or a lot is going through you, and you're in that chaotic environment that we are adding a lot that you're already going through, how do you set boundaries to protect yourself?
Nice. I love the question. Because it brings me to what I've been talking about on TikTok. And people are like, no, they can't set boundaries. I'm like, are you for reals? You can't set boundaries. Boundaries are not walls. That's where I want us to begin with. When people hear boundaries, they need to understand what boundaries are. Boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are behaviors you put in place to protect your well-being. I'll say it again. Boundaries are behaviors you put in place to protect your well-being. So boundaries are self-preservative. They are self-preservation. How do I want to preserve myself? How do I want to act in case this doesn't go this way? Now there are 7 dimensions of boundaries. I'm not going to go into it. There are 7 dimensions of boundaries. The simplest could be a physical boundary. I don't feel, okay that you're too close. Could you please back up a little? That's a physical boundary. A time boundary could look something like, I don't take calls after 9 p.m. or I don't take calls after 10 p.m. or after 11 p.m. Now you must communicate a boundary for it to be a boundary. A boundary is not a rule. A rule is saying, don't call me. A boundary is saying, I don't take calls. See the difference? So if you don't understand what a rule is, you are setting rules. No, don't call me. They would call. So what would you do is a boundary. Your behavior to preserve yourself in a situation is your boundary. I really want us to have this conversation, but if you keep raising your voice, I won't say anything. That's a boundary, how you preserve yourself. So I'm already indicating how you can set it. So a boundary is not what you do, because it's not what you expect people to do. It's what you do when what the actions and your environment doesn't align to what you need them to. So if you're rude to me, it's not in my control, but how I respond to your rudeness is my boundary. I would really want to talk to you at this moment, but if you keep raising your voice, we can have a conversation. So once you're calm, then we can.
I love this next question I'm about to ask you, because I will learn from it. Not just our viewers, personally, I want to learn from it.
Okay.
How do you sit back? How do you navigate the aspect of I'm in chaos right now, and I take a pause?
Okay.
And I step back. You know, a lot of people go through chaotic situation. They don't know how to, like, let me take a pause.
Right.
Let me hold on a little. Used to happen for me. I'm not like, I confess. Yeah. Sometimes I'm in a particular situation where I don't know when to stop everything and just go back, take a pause, and see how to start all over again.
Generally, a lot of us are in a place that I like to call cognitive overload.
Big book.
it's not a big book kind of experience. It's saying that we don't know how to sit with ourselves, so we constantly keep going. Some of us are afraid of our thoughts, so we use music to drown ourselves in it. Some of us are afraid of our thoughts, so we constantly surround ourselves with people. There is place and time for everything. There's a time when you need to sit with yourself, and it's time when you need to sit with people. But if there's never a time when you sit with yourself, you have cognitive overload. It means you constantly are finding ways to distract yourself from experiencing your within. So how do you do that? Honesty. Recognize that you are overwhelmed and you don't want to get out of it. 2, recognize that you're overwhelmed and you don't know how to get out of it. So these are 2 different people. Some people don't even know that they're actually overwhelmed. So the 3rd thing you need to do is do single tasks, not multitask. I know I've been taught that multitasking is amazing, it's beautiful, but when you constantly multitask, you are overpowering your brain and your mind over and over and over. So do single tasks. For people who love music, do not listen to music with words. Listen to instrumentals. When you came in, you heard instrumentals. There was no words were spoken, just sound. What that sound does is it signals a particular brainwave frequency, and it begins to calm you down, where even your loudest thought in your mind begins to calm down because the environment is not noisy. So 1, single task instead of multitask. 2, listen to instrumentals, not words, not breakup songs, so you can start crying.
You know, there's this video we used to see on TikTok where someone just had the breakup and we played the song, and immediately as the song just stopped, you stop crying. Then you say, you look at you start looking for your phone, then you continue, you play back the song to continue crying, like let it stir up your emotion. It's like you're looking for something to cry on. You need to learn how to reduce, those reduce noise. So that's why I said instead of words, sound only. You need to learn how, because it's overload, so you need to learn how to reduce noise. And when you start feeling irritable, that's your body telling. When you get angry quickly, your body is telling you that something is wrong. You need to stop. When you start getting angry too quickly, your body is telling you that you need to stop. Is something happening here that I don't understand? No, nothing. Nothing. So when you start having something, and when you start having mental fog, your brain is telling you need to stop and pause in order to rejuvenate. So it's when you're crying with it. Okay, I'm crying. Just now when I laugh, tears comes out of my eyes. But yeah, that's it. So those are signs and those are things you can do to solve it. All right. You know, the last one where you said when you start getting angry quickly, it reminded me of something, and I had to pause a bit and like, so actually when you get angry, irritability, like any little thing gets you offended, it's a sign. Irritability is a sign that you need to pause. Our emotions are not against us, they are for us. Emotions are telling us hidden things within us that we have not noticed. Sometimes anger is not the problem, anger is indicating you to the problem. So if you pause and instead of blaming the person that they got you angry, ask, how did your action make me feel? When you answer that question, you will know what anger was pointing you to. Sometimes we are so ashamed and afraid, and when somebody says something to us, because we want to cover that shame, what happens? Get angry. Thank you. So anger is an indication to something. So of course, irritability. What's the role of self-care in navigating chaotic situation? When people go through a particular phase in their life, they turn out to just, especially with their body, they just like fool. You just leave your body, you leave your house, your hair is something else. In fact, some people even live without brushing their teeth. So what's the role of self-care in that kind of chaotic situation? I want to look at self-care not just from a body perspective, from a mind perspective as well. I think that when people are going through chaotic situations, yes, some will abandon their body. You can tell from their breath, they didn't brush. Some your body is looking cranky because they haven't had their bath. Some your clothes are looking, bad smells. So all of those things can happen, and that's because when people are going through pain, your immediate
need is they want to understand what's going through, not to take care of their body at that point. Your body is not your priority. What's happening is all in here.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to self-care, they could take care of your body and brush and perfume,
very good,
and you don't know what is going on inside. So that's where mental self-care comes in. Mental self-care is saying that, what do I listen to? What do I listen to? What am I thinking in the moment? What are my thoughts? What am I feeding my mind with? Emotional self-care is, what am I surrounding myself with? What am I listening to? So professional self-care is, do I need a break from work? Because
sometimes those breaks are good.
Or sometimes some people, when they're navigating chaos, they plunge themselves more into work.
So to forget, it helps.
Exactly.
You get to be.
It doesn't really help when they go home.
You go and meet it.
Exactly. So that's why I'm asking, professional self-care, do I need to take a break? I first of all went to emotional. What am I? Who's supporting me? Who can support me? I may need you to support me, but you don't have the emotional capacity to support me. You see, there are two different things. I need you to support me, but you do not have the emotional capacity
to support you.
So though I need you, you do not have. So who is supporting you at that point? So you need to find targeted help that can really specifically support you during that season. So self-care is not just bodily. So the people who actually are supporting you will know that, okay, I'll wake up today and I will get to let me use your Truth. So I'll go to Truth's house. I'll press a call. Hi Truth, good morning. Have you taken a bath today? If you haven't, go take a bath. I will stay on call with you while you're taking the bath. You see how support is? It could be like, oh, hi Truth, are you going to work today? Don't focus at work too much to try to, damn the pain. Feel the pain. And if you feel like crying, call me. Let's have a cry party on phone. That's self-care. Who do you? These things are real. I'm honest. These things are real. It could be like, hi Truth, I've sent a delivery, I've sent food for you. So the food is coming.
No, the food is okay. That's let's have a cry party.
Yeah, yes. That's what vulnerability is. That's what healthy relationships are. It's saying that I know that you're going through it, but if I have the emotional capacity, I would support you. So self-care, sometimes you can't handle it. When you're going through chaos, if you are honest, sometimes you can't handle it. So you need people. Remember, I need you to support me, but you don't have the capacity. So have targeted help. Targeted help are people who actually have the capacity to support you. Not only that, they have the capacity to hold space for you, non-judgmentally, with empathy, with confidentiality, and with lots of love and the gift of selfless presence.
So how can I maintain a positive mindset in the midst of chaos?
How can you maintain a positive mindset in the midst of chaos?
Before I answer that question, they used to tell us that whenever you're going through a phase, write these cards, put on your wall.
Oh, affirmation cards.
Scriptures. It works for some people. But I don't know, it doesn't work for me.
You sure that it hasn't?
I really don't think if it has. Well, because I've written a lot, but each time I read it, I keep on asking more questions.
What do you write? I think let's start from there. What do you write?
Like they'll say write scriptures, they'll say write words like
let's go with your example.
I used to write you're brave, you're strong. I always say those things.
Do you believe that you're brave? Do you believe that you're strong? No.
Yeah, I'm brave. I believe I'm strong. I believe I'm brave. I believe I'm strong.
Do you know I'm asking these questions? Because it's not about writing it. If there's no innate belief, it's just another word that we read and it goes off the top of our head. Affirmations stick when there is the power of believability. So if we do not believe what we have written, scratch that. You are loved by God. You're like, God, after all my sins, you love me. You are not a serious person. Why? Does it negate the truth that you're loved by God? No. But you know what it negates? It negates the fact or it approves the fact that you have not accepted or fully appropriated the truth of what is. So remember when we started in the beginning, I said calm in the midst of chaos is not the absence of chaos, it's finding regulated presence in the midst of all of that. So how do you remain positive? It's accepting that I'm actually in chaos. It doesn't take it away. I'm actually in chaos. What do? I need to find calm. So how do I find calm? All right, truth. This is hard. You're not even sure that you're going to go through this. But you believe that there's a way out of it. Do you see how that reframes how you look at it? When we go out with, I'm brave. Yes, you are brave. I'm brave. Even though I don't feel brave right now, but I am brave. Do you see how balanced that is? I am strong, even though I feel like my strength is failing me. I am strong, not necessarily because I have all the strength, but God has said this, God has said that, and I anchor on His words. But most importantly, I have this set of people that are walking me through this process. Do you see how balanced it is? Because in finding positivity, you have to have a balanced perspective. I am loved, even though the person I love so much is dead. I will miss him. I will miss her. I will miss this. However, I would let myself go through this grieving process, and as I grieve more, I would find space to accommodate the truth that they are no more. But most importantly, I am opening up myself to receive the goodness that is still here. How does that sound? Holistic. So
You will regret.
now when we are constantly, oh, I am brave, I am loved, even though there are days I wake up and I don't feel loved, it doesn't negate the fact that I'm loved. I am beautiful, even though there are days I wake up and I'm like, girl, not lie.
You know, so you don't fight.
But it doesn't negate the fact that I'm beautiful, because there are days that you be like, oh my God, you know so much, and it's like, you're not. So the days that you feel like you're not does not negate the truth that you are. So you have to create a balanced space to say that this is the truth, even on days that I don't feel like it. Then you work with the truth of the situation. Negating it entirely or working with just one side of the spectrum makes it difficult for you to accept that there is. So in finding positivity in the midst of chaos is accepting where the problem is, but countering it with the truth of the situation, which is, of course, this person is dead, their life would go on. But it doesn't mean no love has gone entirely. So I open up my heart to receive more love and more care as it comes from people that are around me.
You said at the beginning of the program about setting boundaries and communicating those boundaries.
Yes, sir.
So how do I communicate to someone who does not want to get the communication? Yeah, let me put it that way, because there are some people where you really calm down, and I'm like, okay, maybe the way I said it the last time was not good. Let me put it this way. I don't like when you call me by this time. I don't like the way you talk to me. Yet they still find it offensive.
Because what you just said is not a boundary. I don't like when you call me at this time. A rule is how you want to direct another person's behavior. A boundary is how you choose to respond to their behavior for your well-being. So we see that a lot of people don't know what. That's why I defined the boundary at the beginning. So communicating a boundary is saying, I do not take calls at 9 p.m. or I do not take calls at 12 p.m. or I do not take calls at 5 a.m. I do not, not you should not. Do you get? A rule is you should not. A boundary is I do not. So I do not take calls at 9 p.m. or I do not take calls at 10 p.m. or I do not take calls at 11 p.m. That's a boundary. So it means if you call me, what would happen?
I won't take your call.
Thank you.
So in a case where I'll give a good scenario. In a case where the person keeps speaking to you in a way where you feel less of yourself, you feel your self-esteem dies, and you want to tell them that
conversational boundaries.
I don't like the way you speak to me.
I don't like the way you speak to me. You're telling them what to do. If you speak to me in a way that is demeaning, I would not partake in this conversation. I do not like the way you speak to me.
Okay.
They will tell you, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, because
Now it becomes confrontation.
Yeah, it's always gets away.
That's a rule. You want a rule is trying to direct other people's behavior. A boundary is how you choose to respond to your behavior for your self-preservation. You spoke to me rudely. Truth. I would want to engage in this conversation with you, but if you keep speaking to me this way, I would leave the conversation. So when she speaks, what do? You leave. Good. That's a boundary. A boundary is your direction.
You leave and don't feel bad.
Good. It's a boundary. It's a self-preservation. A boundary is I don't control people's behavior, but I control mine.
My behavior.
So if you speak to me rudely, I communicate it. True, if you keep speaking to me in this tone, I would walk away. Because I feel that we are adults, and if we're going to have a conversation, right, I would need you to be level-headed with me. Oh, don't. Good. I communicated already that if you raise your voice again, I'm going to go away. Why am I not feeling ashamed? I communicated. So boundaries must be communicated. If you do not communicate a boundary, if you do not respect the boundary that you have communicated, it will not be enforced. So boundaries must be communicated. It must be respected by you first, and it must be enforced. And they are breathable. Person we know, you go say, okay, I can take this because she not be know. Now that you know, don't do it again. Boundaries are your response to behavior for your self-preservation. It's not directing other people's behavior. If you come late again to work, for a boss, if you come late again to work, I would reduce your salary. Does this stop me from coming to work late? Good. So when they come again, what happens?
You reduce.
Why? Because you communicated. So boundaries must be communicated.
Whoa. I'm learning a whole lot here, especially with the aspect of just doing whatever you want to do, then, or maybe you communicate, then you go back and sit. I did not speak well to that girl. I wanted to go back to apologize and all. Then you go back and apologize. Because boundaries are not rude. I set a boundary with you before. Twice actually. I communicated again yesterday. Why? Do I love having her around? Yes. But these are the conditions. If these conditions are not followed, what happens? I didn't show up. It's a boundary. It wasn't rude. It was stern. Rude is you actually have disdain in your voice. I really want to communicate with you, but if you keep speaking this way, I may not be able to do that. Was that rude? It wasn't. It's saying that if you cannot respect yourself and respect me, I will not partake in it. So what should I feel guilty and ashamed about? But do you know why you feel guilty and ashamed? Because you have been conditioned to constantly please people. And do you know the good thing about setting boundaries is that when you set boundaries for yourself, you respect you, and other people learn to respect you. But most importantly, you learn to respect other people's boundaries as well. So it's not just about you, it's about you, but you can also recognize when other people have set boundaries and you can easily respect their boundaries. Remember, it's not a rule. If somebody says that they don't want to talk about something now, give them time, like in a week's time. You will not insist. Like, let's talk about it now. You'll be like, okay, if you want a week, that's fine. We'll talk about it in a week. So we see that even in relationships, romantic relationships, there is need for boundaries. Very important. This brings us to it brings us close to the end. Yeah, not yet the end. But I want you to give a message you want young minds or even adults to hold on to navigating yourself in the midst of chaos. Because any chaotic situation is difficult to get out. Sometimes you get into a mental drain situation where you start getting thoughts like, just kill yourself and leave this world. You start getting thoughts like, just do this, they just are just all over the place.
Right.
So what's that one word you want us to take back? We talk a lot about navigating yourself in the midst of chaos.
We have.
Yeah.
So I think that firstly, I want them to know that chaos would come, right? Chaos would come. You would not always have everything figured out. So you have to understand your limits. You have to understand what structuring your schedule looks like. You have to understand what embracing your emotions looks like. And most importantly, you have to understand what finding the right tribe that will support you and love you through those seasons feels like. So accept that chaos is going to come, but most importantly, open yourself up to the help that is available to support you through chaotic seasons, because of course, just like every season, they come and they pass. So find self-preservative and self-protective strategies and communities that can help you find regulated presence in the midst of all of that.
Message, you've talked about the message. So how will someone get to you if they want to get into deeper holistic wellness care? How will they get to you?
Well, there is Diva Holistic Wellness Care, just like that, DIBA Holistic Wellness Care on TikTok, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. You could always reach out to us on all of these different platforms. If you want to reach out to me, of course, my name is Nguti Stella, Nguty, Stella with double L. Same for Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere. So, of course, you can reach out via social media.
Feel free to send her a text message. Yes, there's a whole lot she has. You're welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed that exclusive interview with Dr. or Miss Nguti Stella. She's not yet a doctor. So Miss Nguti Stella, I hope you enjoyed that particular session. We are talking about navigating yourself in the midst of chaos, or navigating yourself in chaotic situation. We have some contributions coming in. This person is saying, good evening, Miss Mojoko. This is Daniel. I have a question for the counselor. A friend of mine, a lady, reached out to me yesterday and told me that her ex just got married. She was bitter about it and seeking counsel. How do I or the counselor advise this lady? She and this guy dated for 4 years before breaking up, and it's been a year since they broke up, and the guy just got married recently. She found out, I think she found out that the guy just is married. See, my dear, take a chill pill. You get, I'm saying that take a chill pill and calm your nerves down. It's okay to get angry. It's okay to be mad with this guy. It's okay to feel like it's just a year and he has already moved on so quick. With ladies, it takes them time to move on. Men move on easily, especially if they're out of the relationship before they ended the relationship. They easily just walk away and move on to the next relationship. By the time you find it, they are just moving on from one relationship to another. Yourself first. You are your priority, and you hold responsibility for yourself. It's a chaotic situation in your life, and it's chaos to you. How do you navigate, or how do you get out of it? Firstly, I said what? Take a chill pill. Calm down your nerves. If possible, go to a swimming pool and swim. My dear, if you have fish, eat it. I'm saying it in a funny way, but it will help you. Anybody who leaves you and immediately moves on, and you know that you're good enough, just lost a good thing. You get it? So calm down yourself first of all, and let your nerves be calm. After your nerves are calm, you are broken up with him now. So you have move on too. He's not moving on. He has moved on now. You too move on. You move on. Don't stay in that pain, and it's paining you because you've not yet moved on from that hurt. Because if you moved on from it, you will not, even if he's married tomorrow. See, there's some relationships you walk out of it. You sit back and tell yourself that I really walked out of this relationship and it's good. Sometimes you wish the man all the best. You go and congratulate the lady that you just got married. Congratulations, my sister, congratulations. After the breakup. So calm down, move on. Don't move on with words. Know that he's married. Move on from the relationship. It's going to drain you, and you don't want it to drain you. So move on from it. Move past it. He has moved on. He's married. Maybe the wife is pregnant by now. It's just 1 year. It's okay. You wasted 4 years of your life. It's fine. Move on from it. Be fine. Get into another relationship. My spiritual father says, he always tells me that if you like to break my heart now, I will love again. If you like to break my heart tomorrow, I will still love again. We will just keep loving, because love is good. It's good when you meet the right person. So move on from it. Be fine. Be yourself. Embrace up yourself. You're bold. You're strong. You're beautiful, and you can get out of it. Let this word sink in your heart and sink in your spirit. If you still want more advice or more talk on this, or you want to speak to any of our counselors, text us on the numbers on your screen: 670 74 30 34, 670 74 30 34, and we are going to help you out. Personally, I'm interested with this particular thing because it has to do with pain. It has to do with getting out of it, and a whole lot has happened. But I can chip in a little, or I can tell you some of the things that can help you navigate this situation. I've said 3 things. First of all, calm down, take a chill pill. Second, move on. He has moved on. And third, pick up the broken pieces of your life and walk away. Yes, pick up what you have and walk away. We've come to the end of Speak to the Counselor. I have some few contributions here. I'm sorry, I will not read it because we're already out of time. I promise us next week we're going to have a guest here, and we will still be on this particular chaotic topic, or this kind of topic that has to do with chaos, and we will talk about it. We will talk more about it. So we are drafting, we are going closer to the end of Speak to the Counselor. I want to say enjoy your time, enjoy your moment, enjoy your youthfulness, and enjoy that season of your life. Please, you're a young lady. Don't be too quick to do some certain things to yourself. Calm down. Calm down yourself. Let's get on a short break. When we get back, we'll wrap up with the program and take on some contributions that we have at the moment.
Speak to the Counselor with your girl, Lima Truth Mojoko. Educative, informative, and inspiring. We ask questions, raise concern, and propose solution.
So Daniel, I hope you learned a lot. Those who are just tuning in, this is Speak to the Counselor on Royal TV. Daniel is the person who asked the question about a young lady who cannot, or feels like my ex has gotten married and it's paining me, it's getting me offended. Please walk away from it, be fine. And I've said it, if you need more counsel, text us on the numbers on your screen: 670 74 30 34, 670 74 30 34. We'll link you to any of our counselors, or we'll have a one-on-one session with you. Right now, we've come to the end of Speak to the Counselor. I hope you enjoyed yourself and you're struggling to navigate that chaotic situation in your life. After now, and after these 2 weeks of intense digesting this topic, you walk away, and you walk away strong and better. So tomorrow next week, not tomorrow. Next week we're going to take on the next part of this same topic. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned to Royal TV for more educative, informative, and above all, entertaining program. Royal TV, the new vision of Africa, is here to serve you. I've been your girl for the evening, Lima Truth Mojoko. See you next week.